Jangan lupa subscribe dan hidupkan lonceng notifikasinya ya, agar tidak ketinggalan video-video terbaru IKPLN TV.
Marilah kita dengarkan keynote speech oleh Direktur Utama kita, Bapak Darmawan Prasojo. Kami persilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Burung elang tinggi di angkasa, lewati hutan sampai pegunungan. Dedikasi tim PLN luar biasa, perjuangkan sustainability untuk masa depan. Yang saya hormati, saya banggakan Ibu Eva Nilayanti Muiz, Presiden Director Fitch Rating Indonesia. Terima kasih Bu atas kehadirannya. Distinguished speakers here, Executive Director of BCSD Malaysia, Pak Roberto Benetelo. Thank you Bapak for to be present here. Associate Director of ESG Research at Sustainable Fitch, Ibu Melissa Siok. Thank you Ibu. BOD PLN, Dirut Subholding, dan juga direksi anak perusahaan Subholding, Dirut anak perusahaan, para direksinya, senior leaders, EVP, GM, direksi Subholding, dan juga anak perusahaan, seluruh insan PLN yang luar biasa. Today is a historical day. We're trying to bridge the past, present, and the future. And I'm going to share with you the journey of PLN to be here is a story of struggle in which we've been facing so many challenges. In each of the challenges, not only we survive, we're getting stronger. But the journey is not going to end here. It's going to look to move all the way to the future. And the world is changing, we have to change as well. When we're talking about ESG, environmental, governance, social and governance, what have we done? First, we're talking about our political will. Do we have the strong will to uphold the environment, social and governance? Let me share you a story. 2 years ago, we designed the National Electricity Planning. During the discussion of the design, we removed 13 gigawatt of coal previously in the planning. We remove it permanently, avoiding CO2 emissions, more than 2 billion CO2 emissions in the next 25 years. Applause for all of us. Kalau itu bukan suatu political will untuk bagaimana kita menghargai ESG, saya tidak tahu lagi apa yang harus saya katakan. 13 gigawatt of coal has been removed from the planning phase. Apakah itu cukup? Ternyata tidak cukup. 1,1 gigawatt pembangkit berbasis pada batu bara bukan hanya kita hapus, tapi langsung digantikan dengan energi baru terbarukan sebagai base load. Apakah itu sudah cukup? Belum cukup. 1 gigawatt pembangkit berbasis batu bara kita gantikan dengan gas, mengurangi emisi by half. Dalam proses itu meningkatkan biaya OPEX kita more than 2 billion US dollars in the span of 25 years. Apakah itu strong commitment untuk menekankan pada ESG atau bukan? Saya tekankan lagi, we have a strong commitment how ESG is going to be delivered by PLN. Applause lagi untuk kita semua. 2 tahun lalu pada saat pemerintah masih gamang, bagaimana kita mencapai net zero emission, kita sudah mencanangkan net zero emission by 2060, bahkan perencanaan itulah yang being adopted by the government. Now we know, we understand net zero emission by 2060. Business as usual, the emission of carbon by 2060 is more than 1 billion metric ton of CO2 annually. We're going to reduce it to zero emission by 2060. Applause lagi untuk kita semuanya. Is it enough? No, it's not enough. During the COP27, I was in Egypt. I was part of the team negotiating with the Just Energy Transition Program. We declare to deliver this net zero emission, we're not going to be able to bear the burden alone. The only way to move forward is through collaboration. Collaboration of policy, collaboration of strategy, collaboration of technology, collaboration of innovations, collaboration of investment, collaboration in every single aspect of development of renewable energy. We take the leadership, and during the G20, we deliver the G20 JETP, Just Energy Transition Program, led by PLN, marshalling $20 billion to invest in the green, clean energy to expedite the transition energy by deploying not only Indonesian force but the international communities. 2009, saya sedang mengerjakan sebagai researcher di Duke Energy, di Duke University, Duke Energy. Pada saat itu ada namanya Cap and Trade, Proposed Environmental Law in the United States of America. Saya saat itu bertemu dengan salah satu CEO perusahaan power and utility yang terbesar yang memberi financing pada riset saya. Namanya Mr. Jim Rogers, the CEO of Duke Energy. Saya terkejut bagaimana positioning dari Jim Rogers adalah mendukung cap and trade. Bagaimana in proposed law of environmental constraint was supported by the CEO of the largest power and utility in the United States of America, even in the entire world. I was asking him, Mr. Rogers, how on earth are you supporting this proposed environmental constraint bill? They're going to increase the cost of producing electricity. They're going to hinder the expansion of your power plant fleet. His answer is very simple. Darmo, you got it wrong. Do you know why I'm here? I don't know. I used to be environmental lawyers. I used to work for Duke Energy in the environmental law, environmental regulations. Do you know, Darmo, in the past, it's very simple. 100 years ago, producing electricity is very cheap. It's very easy. You burn coal, you produce electricity. Not anymore. There's a SOx, NOx regulation, mercury regulations, particulate matters, and very soon it's going to be greenhouse gases, environmental constraint. It's becoming, there's a state law, there's national law, there's international agreement. It's becoming so complex. Any power and utility company that's going to survive has to be able to navigate with this kind of environmental constraint. It's so complex, we have to understand it. That's why I'm here becoming the CEO of Duke Energy, because I know the regulation, I know exactly how to navigate. And he shared, when this proposed cap and trade environmental constraint is going to be passed, I'm going to be at the front line leading this transition of energy. Every single other power and utility is going to fall apart except the Duke Energy under my leadership. And I I had that vision, and I never imagined today I'm becoming the CEO of PLN and learning directly from the great leaders of transition of energy, late Jim Rogers. And he at that time announcing Duke Energy in the past, our main job is to provide electricity, but in the future our main job is to take care of the environment, and electricity is only our byproduct. I was so inspired. I used to work for the environment, and today yet I'm the CEO of PLN, own and operate among the largest coal-fired power plants in the entire world. It's a paradox. But I have a convictions under my leadership, PLN is going to prevail. The future belongs to us. Pak Aryadi here presented the framework of environmental, social and governance. I took the picture here. Environment, climate change, ecological footprints, resource use, pollutions. Social, health and safety, customer responsibility, community impact, labor standard. Governance, shareholder rights, risk management, tax transparency, and also the anti-corruption. And here he also putting all the score. Also, he's also putting the framework, who's going to be in charge. Director of Transmission, Director of Legal and Human Capital, Director of Corporate Planning and Business Development, Director of Pembangkitan, Management Project and Social, etc., etc., and governance. This. What we going to do today? All of this time, we're showing the strong political will to uphold the environmental, social, and governance. But nobody knows what is the ESG framework, who's going to be in charge. And we didn't understand what are the milestones. How are we going to be able to map out the roadmap? How are we going to be able to deliver each step of the way to achieve the good score of ESG? But today is a sustainability day. Saya minta Bapak Ibu yang hadir di sini semuanya, tolong resapi framework dari ESG ini. Apa tugas masing-masing? Bagaimana caranya agar ESG scoring ini di setiap grup organisasi di bawah kepemimpinan Bapak Ibu ini bisa mendeliver dari bagaimana improvement dari ESG ini. Aplaus lagi untuk kita semuanya. Sebagai contoh ini dari pembangkitan, sudah ada itu. Setiap pembangkit di sini, Pak Adi Lumakso, dari Pak Edwin, Pak Ruli, setiap pembangkit menanam mangrove. Di sini tanam mangrove. It's good. Tapi narasinya belum ada. Tapi belum ada program untuk menanam mangrove, natural based sequestration, natural based solution. Gabung dalam satu program, kemudian dilontarkan ke publik bahwa ini menjadi bagian standarisasi pengelolaan pembangkit, bahwa di setiap pembangkit selalu ada penghijauan di mana mangrove is becoming a business as usual, becoming a practice that is being applied internal of PLN, kemudian munculkan di publik. Kita sudah banyak sekali melakukan energi hijau. Tadi effort kita tidak kurang-kurang, 13 gigawatt kita hapus, kurang lagi, tambah lagi. Ini ada additional demand. Bu Edi, Pak Artanto memimpin itu, dan dalam mencapai mendeliver additional energy for the additional demand, there is expedited renewable energy scenario. Tapi juga di sini belum ada bagaimana kita mengemas bahwa kita kalau melakukan business as usual, penambahan pembangkitnya berbasis pada gas. Tetapi kali ini kita juga menekankan bagaimana harnessing renewable energy agar energy mix yang tadi sudah dipaparkan oleh Pak Haryadi menjadi luput. Luputnya apa? Kita akan exceeding the target. Karena apa? ESG is not only tulisan di atas kertas, tetapi adalah suatu semangat dari lubuk hati yang paling dalam kita ini. Aplaus lagi untuk kita semuanya. Jadi, kalau perjuangan kita tidak kurang-kurang, saya minta untuk itu ada beberapa hal. Pertama, tolong dikemas. Dalam suatu ESG framework, tolong dikemas. You know, Bu Eva Muiz, you know, the fighting spirit of this team of PLN to deliver clean energy is unmatched, Bu. Pak Roberto is unmatched. It's a heroic effort beyond the call of duty. One day, I met with the Senator, Special Envoy for the Climate of, United States President, Mr. John Kerry. I told him, Your Excellency, I used to work for you. When you proposed the American Power Act, the environmental bill, cap and trade, I was part of the team that running the National Energy Modeling System, the United States Environmental National Energy Modeling System for you. I was part of the team that reviewed the draft of your American proposed, act, the environmental bill. So I totally understand. And I share the heroic story of PLN. They put a lot of respect to the effort and sacrifice that we already put forth to achieve what PLN has been achieved today. But I have to convey also my regret. We fail miserably when it comes to communicate to the public. We fail miserably when it comes to build the environmental, social, and governance framework in such a way. It's not going to be fragmented effort, it's becoming unified effort. Today our score is 38 point something, but I'm sure by next year, when we have this sustainable effort as a soul of this company, we're going to improve substantially. In that regard, saya betul-betul ingin mengapresiasi dengan adanya Sustainable Day hari ini. Ini arahan langsung dari saya. Ini permintaan langsung dari saya. Saya minta seluruh teman-teman yang ada di sini betul-betul aware apa itu ESG. Contoh, berbicara kita safety, di perusahaan migas, ada orang naik tangga, tidak pegang railnya, violating the safety law, itu langsung kena hukuman. Saya punya ada itu cerita beberapa pengemudi yang nyopir di lingkungan oil and gas itu ternyata langsung dipanggil. Dia tidak paham di situ ada GPS di mobilnya dan begitu kecepatannya melebihi kecepatan yang tertera di dalam komplek tersebut, dia langsung dipanggil dan langsung dipecat. Artinya apa? Ini haruslah menjadi suatu kultur, culture yang harus di-enforce day to day. Harus ada inspiring story-nya. Maka saya memang mengarahkan pada BOD, seluruh jajarannya PLN, today is marking the history of PLN. In which PLN is not going to stop here. PLN belong to the future. The future belong to us. And the only way for us exactly to move forward, if we are going to be able to provide green energy, to provide safe environment, if we are able to care for the people, if we are able to care for the environment, That's the only way to move forward. In the process of doing so, PLN is going to be much more competitive. PLN is going to be able to design ecosystem for new investment, for new green investment. PLN is able to design environment ecosystem for new collaborations. PLN is going to be able to flourish. PLN is going to get stronger. And that's the mission today, marking the history of Sustainable Day. In the future, Sustainable Day is going to be every single day. Untuk itu kita harus jaga lingkungan kita bangun mimpi bahwa PLN ini adalah perusahaan yang sangat besar dan akan terus semakin berjaya. Untuk itu kita perkuat kapasitas kita perkuat kapasitas awareness kita mengenai ESG. Dan untuk itu saya mohon, so today, thank you so much Mr. Roberto Benetelo, Bu Malaysia Syok, dan also Bu Eva Muiz. Please, be part of us. Be part of this exciting movement inside the PLN. I'm sure 2 years from today, when you look back, remembering today, you're going to be able to convey to your friends, this day is becoming your finest moment. You becoming part of very important change that change PLN to become environmentally friendly. Thank you so much. Dari Jakarta pergi ke Medan, dilanjut lagi ke Balikpapan, samakan langkah satu tujuan program sustainability untuk generasi masa depan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, terima kasih Bapak Darmawan Prasojo atas keynote speech yang telah disampaikan. Kami mohon Bapak untuk tetap berada di tempat dan juga kami mengundang jajaran BOD untuk bergabung bersama Bapak Direktur Utama di depan. Karena sebentar lagi kita akan memasuki sesi launching 3 inisiatif PLN dalam mendukung program Sustainable Development. Kami silakan.
Ya, Uti, dan 3 inisiatif yang saat ini akan kita launching itu untuk mendukung program Sustainable Development, antara lain adalah Statement of Corporate Intent Prinsip Bisnis Berkelanjutan, WPIT Sustainability, dan Performance Dashboard ESG. Secara bersama-sama kita akan menyaksikan Bapak Darmawan Prasojo dan jajaran BOD untuk menekan tombol pada layar. 3, 2, 1. Secara resmi, PLN telah meluncurkan 3 inisiatif terbaru. 3, 2, 1, PLN terbaik.
Oke, jempolnya sekarang ya.
Jempolnya di depan ya. Sekali lagi kita hitung mundur lagi, Putri. 3, 2, 1, PLN terbaik.
Oke, mungkin ada gaya bebas? Oke, siap. Baik. Oke, siap. Menghadap kamera. 1, 2, 3. Oke, baik. Terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu. Baik, terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu. Kami persilakan.
Kami persilakan untuk kembali
ke tempat duduk.
Ya. Untuk jajaran BOD.
Siapa yang
Simak terus video-video dari kami ya. Jangan lupa untuk like, subscribe, dan tekan tanda lonceng untuk terus mendapatkan informasi-informasi terbaru yang disajikan IKPLN TV. Sampai jumpa di video kami yang selanjutnya.